Back to another adventure, everybody. Sergeant Ducky came out with a new one, and typically anytime he talks about anything related to the fairer sex, it's just fighting like a real man. God damn it. Okay. Anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, things have been a bit rocky between us, I won't lie. I mean, I love her, but she's just been acting out and been a bit temperamental. Like, she had a complete breakdown the other night over absolutely nothing. I mean, I tried to figure out what was wrong with her, but an hour later, it was as if there was nothing wrong. Like, maintaining this is just making less sense, honestly. She's just becoming more hassle as time goes on, and not to be cruel, but time isn't on her side. Her body's really...
It says how to upload even slower.
How to upload even slower, and I love pegging. Or
I love.
is it I love?
There's another word there.
Yeah, it says something I love.
She's just becoming more hassle as time goes on, and not to be cruel, but time isn't on.
Yeah. I'm on to you, Ducky. I'm on to you.
On her side. Her body's really starting to show its age. Everything feels a lot looser than you'd like, if you get me. And about the only noises she makes these days is all the irritating ones. I just can't see the sense anymore in being miserable for 95% of the time just because of the other 5%. It's why I never take her anywhere anymore. I think it's probably for the best that I end it now and start fresh with a younger, more lively one. Might add a bit of excitement back into my life, you know? Because right now, not even a freshly waxed body can stir my desire for her. But anyway, lad, as much as I love talking about cars, I'm going to have to go and make a video about some of the things I like about living with a woman. So I'll talk to you later. In a past one of these videos, I mentioned how much I enjoyed...
Nailed it.
Yep.
As soon... Yeah, towards the end there, it's like, wait, I know what he's doing here.
What are you doing?
doing underwear shopping with my missus, because helping her pick out new underwear felt like picking out new wheels for my car. And a lot of lads in relationships got a nice little chuckle out of that because they could all relate. Because they're the ones that know when their missus makes a change to her appearance, a lot of the time it can stir the male appendage. Go away! Nobody likes you. And the thing about living with a woman is, nobody can change their appearance quite like them. I can't tell you how many times I was convinced I had drunkenly cheated on my missus, because the night before I left the house with this beautiful Instagram model under my arm, and the following morning I woke up next to a farting golem.
Oh my god, what have I done? I'm sorry, but you need to leave right now. I don't know where my missus is, but you can't be here when she comes home. Hey, don't be an arsehole. And stop shouting. I'm very hungover. Listen, chap, I don't care how sore your head is. You need to go right now.
But I don't just mean the general deterioration of a woman on a night out. I'm talking about the stuff they do that will change their appearance in general. The hair, nails, outfit.
How have things been in the past week when Twitch cut me? Not too bad. Not too bad, all things considered. I wish I could say that there had been some major change, like things had been more peaceful, or I'd had time to reflect on the ways of my life and come to some great epiphany. But the reality is I just been jerking off and being a douche like normal, so.
Fit, new shoes, new tattoos, piercings, makeup, tan that doesn't rub off. All these things are a combination of them all. When you're in a long-term relationship, you cherish these changes because it's the closest thing you will ever get to sleeping with another woman. You just get that. Outside of her multiple personalities. But when she gets in the door looking all sexy, shut up, don't yuck my yum, with her new hair, nails done, freshly waxed.
Look, Ducky. Yes. Like, I get yes.
Walking up the hall to the tune of heels on tiles. Oh, takes me right back to the days of modern cars. You just want to take loads of photos, look under the skirt, hop inside and burn clean through a rubber. Not that every change is a hit, mind you. When me and my missus first got together, she had this horrible haircut. It was all short with this fringe thing, which sucked for her having to walk around looking like that. But it was even worse for me because it forced me to send her this picture every time she got mad at me over something. But most of the time, a handful of little changes can unearth the feral caveman in you.
It's like, but
Hey, what
anybody
you
with
think?
that haircut kind of deserves that.
Me?
Oh, stop it, you.
No, really. You look so different. It's like
Like I actually look a little bit more like me?
you're a whole different woman. Yeah. Like it's not you at all. Like having it away with you now would be totally new and exciting. Like I wouldn't be just shagging you into monotony for the 800th time. Like it'd actually be good. And the illusion is gone. Another great thing.
What do you mean the illusion is gone? I would think the head trauma would allow you to hallucinate, which would make it even more in-depth. I randomly and actually started writing my first story. Hell yeah. Make sure you send it our way when you're done.
About women is, it doesn't take a lot to make them happy. All they want to do is to go furniture shopping and clothes shopping and get that new makeup that just came out and loads of face creams, new shoes, get their hair done, host a party, redecorate the house, go to every family gathering, hourly hugs, daily reassurance, to age backwards, be thinner than all her friends, to be approached, complimented and charmed by a handsome, well-spoken, highly educated, 6-foot-tall MMA fighter who writes erotic crime thriller novels on the side, that loves dinner dates, day trips, long walks and desserts, and hates sports, having friends, all other women, and is perfectly okay with making the relationship intercourse free after the first year. Just that. And a handful of other small things. But as small as their asks in life are, they will always be outclassed by a man when asked the same question. What'll make me happy? I'll fill this, empty those, and don't talk so much. Quite frankly, given the extra stress they give themselves chasing the perfect life, it still amazes me that we die sooner. So given the small differences in expectations from life that men and women have, occasionally, sometimes, all the time, every day, over and over, dear God make it stop, a woman will suggest to do something that a man would never think of doing. Going for dinner, a spa night away, buying an air fryer, mental shit. And Connie is no exception. But her thing is travelling. She loves going places and doing things. And if I ever find out who this things fella is, now, let me tell you, if she wanted a man to share in her love for travelling, then she's come to the wrong conclusion with me. Because before her, I'd never left the country. My idea of adventuring to a foreign land was visiting a new pub or ordering something I couldn't pronounce from my local Indian. But as we all know, women have a way of making men do things that they don't want to do.
Look, I don't want to call you stupid or anything, but when I suggested we spice things up in the bedroom, I meant we try something new and exciting, and so far all you've done is strip me down, tied me up, and now you're putting on even more clothes. Like, not to be a dick, but why are you putting on a belt? You're not even wearing pants, you dope. Wait, what's that sticking out of the front? Babe?
So needless to say...
I would have taken that a slightly different angle. Same premise, just as I would have my dialogue choices would have been. but yeah, classic.
She roped me into travelling with her. See, dad jokes can be filthy. Tenerife was the first place she made me go. And I won't lie, I had my reservations. Tenerife? I already squinted to 15 seconds a Sun Ireland gets a year. I'm not
A guide. It's a guide to pegging.
going to be able to see a thing over there. And with our pale Irish skin, we'll reflect so much light that distant aliens are going to think the Earth has gone supernova. But this wench do be a persistent little gremlin, so as you know, we went. And of course I ended up loving it. Food and the booze was really cheap. The beaches were made of black volcanic sand, which my curious little mind was absolutely fascinated with. And most importantly, I got to see free boob. Yeah, there we were in the apartment building, chilling out, minding our own business on the balcony that overlooked the building's pool, when I spotted them. Whoa.
What?
There's a woman down there with her tits out.
In the pool?
No, she's on her back in the sunbed. They're looking right at me.
And? You've seen plenty of boobs before. You can look at mine whenever you want, like.
No, you don't understand. These are surprise stranger boobs. That's the best kind.
I suppose hers are bigger than mine too, yeah?
Aw, babe, don't be like that. Even I have bigger boobs than you. If you want to start one of those fake female arguments, at least play to your strengths.
Well, knock yourself out. Just don't blame me if she spots you staring and gets us thrown out of here.
Nah, there's already like 50 people down there who have to practically step over them to get into the pool. No, she wants me to stare, don't you? You little slut.
Well, you have fun being a creepy little teenager. Me and my boobs are going to grab a drink.
She spotted me. It's okay, you don't need to cover them. Here, look, have a gander at this and we'll call it even. Oh, so that's how it is, huh? Forget your chest. You should really be covering up that sopping pair of double standards.
Oh my god.
So, I just have to find out, like, who puts a dildo in the refrigerator?
Right. Like, why do you need it like that? Why does it need to be cold? And
It wasn't even an isolated incident. Not 2 days later, we were chilling
he had to give dildo baggins insurance somehow.
at the beach, and a girl plopped herself down beside us, and it happened again.
So what are you thinking for food later? Babe? Really?
Somebody right next to me releases their testicles and parades them to the sky as if they're trying to give the Lord himself a stiffy. And I'm not supposed to look.
I'm sitting right here, like. You could at least have the decency to pretend you're not looking.
Listen, I can either be the man you'd think you'd like, or I could continue to be the asshole you already love. You can't have both. So as a result, I now enjoy...
I mean, that's God's wisdom right there. That is God's only truth. Like, look, I can pretend to be someone I'm not, that you didn't sign up for, or I could be the me that you've known about the whole time. Like, that's real talk.
Travelling too. And since I've been to loads of places that I have fond memories of. Tenerife's booby feast for the eyes. Disneyland Paris's all-you-could-eat buffet where I ate so much I nearly puked because it cost the price of a small hatchback to book it and I wanted to get my money's worth. And Prague in the Czech Republic where I quenched my thirst almost exclusively on beer because it was only €1. Ugh.
I know I hate beer, but I thought you hated beer too.
I do. It's vile stuff. Don't know how people drink this shit. It tastes like carbonated socks.
Suppose it's an acquired taste, like coffee.
Yeah, but you've no other choice but to get used to the taste of coffee. Alcohol comes in 1,000 different
I'm trying to read that sign, but I don't think it's in English.
No.
flavours, so there's no excuse for forcing this shit on yourself.
Then why are you drinking it?
Excuse me, could I get another one of these disgusting pints, please? Because it only cost €1 here.
Oh. Could you?
Yeah, you can make that too.
God, it's been such a lovely holiday.
Yeah, not much of a shame we're not going to remember any of it. Another unmatched trait they have is their memory.
It's like it really
I've
do
been
be
there.
like that, though.
I've been there. Those are arguably the best vacations. The ones you remember in like 10 to 15 minute clips. If that. Sometimes 10 to 15 seconds. Oh, Groove Cruise.
That thing of theirs is state of the art. From worst to best, it goes man's memory, floppy disk, hard drive, SSD, M.2, 500 more years of tech innovation, a woman's memory. They remember everything. Now, I won't lie, there are downsides to this, because I have the storage capacity of a flake of dandruff. So every conversation I have with her, I feel like somebody with a hangover trying to figure out why they woke up covered in cheese and wearing 3 shoes.
Will you please give me a hand cleaning up? My mother will be here in less than an hour.
Hold on a second. Since when do you have a mother?
You worked with her for like 5 years. You met me through her.
No, I think I'd remember something like that. What else are you hiding from me, Connie, if that is your real name?
You know it's not. Connie Lingus is a pseudonym you picked for your videos because it made you laugh.
Oh, now I know you're lying, because nobody's that funny. What else are you holding on to?
I'm not holding on to anything. It was
You
you that...
thought I was living with my missus. Somebody who I was going to get Chinese takeout with later. But now what stands before me but a pink-haired, cargo pants-wearing, smaller boob-having stranger?
Firstly, it was you that kept the Connie model so generic all these years because your stupid pragmatic brain thought it'd be easier to handle things channel-wise if we ever broke up. Appreciate the vote of confidence, by the way, you prick. So this model that actually looks like me is long overdue. Secondly, we agreed we were getting Indian takeout because you wanted something with a weird name.
I'd never. But honestly, her Rosetta Stone-like ability to retain information has been nothing short of amazing for a poor disabled soul like me, suffering from the lifelong sickness called a profound disinterest in people. Faces, names, where they're from, what they do, absolutely none of it gets stored in my long-term memory. When it comes to remembering good stories, it could be 20 years back and 10 drinks deep, and I can recall it in 4K with a slow-mo replay. But if we've ever talked twice or less more than a year ago, then I have absolutely no idea who you are. Outside
Ducky, I got news for you, bro. This is normal man things.
Yeah.
I won't say most, a large number of men are like this, myself included. Narrative, I remember narrative. For the longest time, I could literally quote The Lion King beginning to end. I was able to do that for years. If I watched it again, I could probably do it for the next few days after. Like, I'm serious. Narrative, it's super easy for me. I know I will meet someone 20 times. I'm sorry, what the fuck is your name again? Like, I'll work with a coworker for like 2 months before I remember their first name. I called a coworker. What was it? Her name is Lee Allison. Her name is Lee Allison, and I called her Leanne. I've been working with her for almost a month. I'm not expecting to be done until 20. It will be very similar to the dystopian class. So a mix of. I don't think it shouldn't take you that long. Air shots. It really shouldn't take you that long. I'll talk to you after. I'll talk to you later about it, and we'll hash that out.
Out of the topic of conversation, everything else just gets deleted. And yes, I have offended people with this in the past.
I was out with you and the boys last year.
Sorry, honestly, I can't remember.
Ah, you must remember. It was the night of Hef's stag party.
Not ringing a bell, lad. Don't know what to tell you.
Ah, come on, we debated half the night on whether we should be worried about AI.
And I told you we should be worried because we'll eventually load them into dolls to avoid the headaches of people and willingly ourselves out of existence. I stand by what I said.
So you remember the conversation, but not me name or what I look like.
What am I, a witness at a crime scene? Just send me on a picture of yourself so I can hang it up on my wall at home if it's bothering you that much. But these days, I have Connie's elephant-like memory to help me out. And I won't lie, when it comes to people, I feel like I'm walking through life.
And you know what I love? And you know what? He remembers that conversation with green-haired goth dude, and still doesn't remember green-haired goth dude's name.
Right, exactly. Well, it's just like the thing you were literally just saying about narratives, though. That.
All of the narrative?
Yeah. Just
None of the character detail.
It's like...
Unless the character detail is intrinsically valuable to the story, it is frivolous information.
For the strategy guide under my arm. She knows everyone I met by sight. How I met them, where they're from, what their name is. Insane levels of information. Frankly, it's breathtaking to spectate. She's like my own personal private detective. Which is ironic because it's usually me giving her the benefit of the private dick. Though I will say, I rely on her so much now that when I meet people I should know these days, it's like watching the Queen shake hands.
This is Norbert. You met him at Nicola's wedding last year?
Hello, Norbert.
This is Tom. He was your boss for 3 years in your mid-20s.
Hello, Tom. I hope you're well.
And this is Emma. You squeezed her boobs at a house party 14 years ago.
How's things, Emma? Great to see the three of you again. But it isn't just people. She also handles all health-related appointments. And I don't think I'm alone in this one because, let's be fair, us blokes are hopeless when it comes to making appointments, keeping appointments, and on the whole, getting our health checked in general. Wouldn't matter if we had phantom pains, a suspicious lump, occasionally blacked out. If we thought there was a 2% chance we'd be over this in a few weeks, you'd never know we had that going on. Women, on the other hand, are the exact opposite. I've been with Connie for 11 years. That's over 4,000 days. And in those 4,000 days, I've yet to record a single day where she's had a clean bill of health. She has everything. Run down, headaches, being tired, cramps, worn out, upset stomach, didn't sleep well, hives, awake all night, dodgy bowels, you name it. She just wakes up in the morning, gives the old wheel of ailments a spin, and eagerly holds onto that so she can inject some razzmatazz into this evening's riveting conversation. Put it this
Not this one, but I have dated one that did that. Oh my god. It's infuriating.
way. If we're both driving down the road of health, I'm bopping away listening to tunes lost in my own head, and she's got her head out the window looking for potholes, oil slicks, and the occasional branch to the face. Now, normally that'd be something I'd complain about. But I know deep down that men are more in the wrong by trying to ignore their health problems than women are by expressing theirs. So I take it for the benefit it offers. She holds me accountable for doctor's visits and getting things checked. I mean, it was just last week after being pressured into it by Connie that I finally got a positive diagnosis on something I reckon I had for years.
So the results are back in, and it's what we've both feared. You've tested positive for being an absolute f***ing legend.
Oh, you know, I always suspected there was something different about me. How long do I got?
I'd say you've got about 7 or 8 inches. Not so much that it's uncomfortable.
I guess I'll have to let the missus know. It's going to be hard. I don't know how she's going to be able to take it.
In my experience, I feel it's best to give it to her gently.
But it's fair to say, without having a woman around to keep an eye on us, we'd be lucky to...
He took that in a way better direction than I would have.
Oh, man.
In my experience, it's best to give it to her gently.
Oh, jeez.
That was great.
hit 50. They're just used to troubleshooting problems. They're like modern cars. They have all these sensors that are monitoring virtually everything, so they're just used to having their warning lights checked, even if it's nothing to worry about. Men are more like old cars. Simpler, cheaper to maintain, and are perfectly fine. Until it dies. Oh, shit. I'm dying.
Dying? From the heat?
Nope, actually dying. Full on heart attack.
But you said you felt fine this morning.
If you think you feel silly, wait until you hear how I feel.
Oh God, what do I do?
Just promise me after I'm gone, you'll never sleep with a man again.
No, you'll make it through this. You just gotta... Wait, why did you say man and not person?
In case I'm wrong.
Wrong about what?
The afterlife. I don't believe in it, but in the off chance I'm wrong and I'm left floating around this house for eternity. It'd be nice to have something to watch. So promise me you'll take up the veg.
Let's just focus on saving you right now.
Promise me.
Fine. I promise. I'll give up salads after you're gone.
And I mean woman now. None of these modern women now with aftermarket parts and fake badges. I'm leaving pretty big shoes to fill, but those shoes should be at least 4 or 5 sizes too big for her, if you get me.
I get it.
And I don't mean lesbian now. Nobody wants to see a fat one with a short back and side stripped down to her Doc Martens. She needs to be a lesbian by choice.
I get it.
And gorgeous. Not in the way women describe a girl that's too ugly to be a threat to them. I mean actually attractive. Like other women should describe her by saying, yeah, she's pretty, but...
Christ, I get it.
Good, because I'm dying to see that.
No, babe, don't go. Babe. He actually did a pun on the way out, didn't he?
Oh no.
But Ducky, don't you know there are no gays in Ireland? Can il gay en Erin?
Yes. Oh.
I like that. That was
Yes.
no Ducky. Ducky doesn't disappoint.
No.
All right, Ducky. If you see this, you stay
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
You glorious son of a
Do
bitch.
not change.
And to my adventurers, we'll see you on the next one.